Abre.
Oh, my bread.
Sometimes when people are saying it.
2 days. Captain has joined me a while ago. Ibrahim Alassan and Emmanuel people joined me for the breakfast newspaper review. Yeah.
Yes.
Captain, what's up?
Yes, so yesterday, a lot happened in court, and then a lot will happen also today. But let me just walk you through some of the things that took place yesterday. The first one is, many who might have forgotten about this case, Albert Kandapa. You notice that some time back, he sued Oliver Barker-Vormawor for certain comment that Oliver is alleged to have made, which resulted in 10 million defamation, and he sued him at the High Court. It's been forth and back. The matter has gone to the Supreme Court. Oliver said some 17 questions for Albert Kandapa to answer. He said he will answer. It's been forth and back, counter claim, counter request, and all that. The case is before has come back to the High Court judge, and hearing has started by way of Kandapa telling the court what his story is, why he thinks that he deserves some 10 million defamation sum. And yesterday his witness statement was taken, and then by way of his evidence in chief. So now lawyers of Oliver Barker-Vormawor were led by Dr. Justice Shremsai started their cross-examination of him. And interestingly, one of the things that he said was to the effect that, look, I briefed National Security Council during meetings. When there's an express meeting to be held, we do. Few times, most often than not, my briefings are orally done. But on few occasions, Fix the Country movement, of course, will be led by Oliver Barker at the time, featured and in his briefing. And so all that he's telling the court is that, yes, the issue of Fix the Country movement at one point in time was discussed. And so the activist in the center, Oliver Barker, having made that said, he thinks that not in relation to what Oliver has accused him of, and so he deserved that money. The case has been adjourned to December 20th December, that's 4 days to 24th, when everybody will be carrying people will be buying polythene bags. Now do we have that is what if you ask me? Those days there was polythene, but now the one that you can equate to is the if you ask me. So you buy it and put all your stuff in it. So 20th of December, Albert Kandapa will be back in the witness box for further cross-examination by lawyers of Oliver Barker-Vormawor. Yesterday, Oliver Barker was not present in court when the matter was dealt with. So that is one of the cases that took place. And of course, there's a case involving two businessmen. One said to be a car dealer, and the other wanted to buy a car from the other one, and it had become an issue. What issue has it become? The car dealer said to be a businessman has been charged for defrauding the other one who was buying the car, $15,000. And if you convert $15,000 to the Ghana city,
that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, and that's not even the full sum. So give me $15,000. I'm going to ship the vehicle from USA to Ghana within 2 weeks, and when the vehicle arrives, you get. I'll take my full payment. On March this year, took $15,000. Then that was the end.
Hey.
Waira.
Somebody's 15,000.
Kusu Waira. Some people go to places that I don't want to mention. Schnapp, we bring one schnapp, we bring 3 eggs or one. Only one egg can do the business.
Now girls who are showing schnapp and eggs on social media. Yeah, bugger for the show more bagana. Who show girls me peka kedia. Me schnapp ni kusia.
So yesterday he was arraigned. Eric Kwame Hini was arraigned. 34 years was arraigned before the circuit court. 6, he pleaded not guilty to defrauding by false pretense, and then he was granted bail by the circuit court presided over by his Anna Kwabna Kodia Obriyeboa. What he has said was that he has denied the charge, but he will pay the money. Interestingly, is that not conflicting? If you say you have done nothing wrong, then why are you saying that you pay?
Why will you pay? Exactly.
So yesterday, he brought $3,000 out of the 15,000, and he said that by by the end of this month, 29th November, he will pay extra 2,000, making 5,000. Then the remaining 10,000, he will pay it in 5,000. So within 3 months, he will finish that. The court said, look, as for the court, it's a court of record, and we are doing business here. Prosecution said that we are going ahead to file our processes. If by the time that the trial starts, he's done payments, then the case will be dealt with as a. But for now, the court said, file all your processes and the case be adjourned to the 16th of January after the new year. So Eric Kwame Hini, who has been alleged to have defrauded a businessman after indicating that he can secure him, the vehicle is in court over $15,000. Huge money there. So that's one of the cases that also took place yesterday. But of course, guess what is coming up today?
Number one,
Men's Girls customers. In fact, I've heard them. I've seen a lot of posts that they say, "Hey, this election." Men's Girls customers are saying that this election they are going to be there, and they're going to be there means that they need your money.
Charlie.
Dr. Baumi, I do something. God, I've seen the post that they have mentioned you categorically. That the petition. They have petitioned the presidency till now. Nothing has come, and one is expected in court today. You note that the court presided over by Justice Ernest Owusu-Dapa has directed or has ordered that he open his defense because upon the ruling of submission of no case, the court held that prosecution was able to establish a prima facie evidence against him, for which reason he ought to open his defense. The court held that prosecution called 9 witnesses, and all the 9 witnesses, they think that there is a case for number one to answer in relation to the charges, and then the modus of operation, especially when he talked about the Bank of Ghana is aware of whatever has happened. He was giving people who were even attached to his company to give directions and all that. So the court will want to get some clarity. It doesn't mean that when the court is saying that open your defense, it means he was guilty. Because even at that point, the court did not examine the merit and demerit of what the prosecution witnesses have. It's just on the face value.
Yeah.
And even examine it's always one-sided because that is all prosecution witnesses have alleged. Say your turn, then now the court will have the opportunity to weigh the two and know whose own is above which one and not. But Naman says he's appealing against that order to open his defense. So there's a motion before the High Court. At the last court sitting, prosecution filed affidavit in opposition, which his lawyer said they have not been served. So today, they are back in court to deal with that, and I will know more about that particular case in the course of the day.
Sexy Don Don is also back in court today.
Lily, Lily Paso. I hope Daniel Nselu haven't heard you call him Sexy Don Don. He said his name is Gucci Youngstar.
Gucci what?
Youngstar.
Oh yes, no.
And to confirm that, he said he's tattooed that on his body. So his nickname now is on his body. So
but when did he get the chance to tattoo that on his?
Before he was arrested.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was thinking maybe in custody.
So he said that look, the name Sexy Don Don was given to him by Dan Parry when he was arrested.
But he looks sexy though.
I said beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder.
Of course, yeah, he looks sexy. Yeah.
And then he has he's an interesting character.
Yeah.
Sexy,
he is an interesting
Don Don. Daniel Etienne is an interesting character. You need to see him in
a Sexy Don, aka Gucci Youngstar.
You need to see him in the witness box. At the last court sitting, at one point in time, he was just virtually cursing all those who have made allegations, and the court said, hold on. In court, we don't do that. You don't come to court and start cursing people. In fact, what the court is doing is investigating the matter. Somebody is accusing you of having done ABCD. You said you haven't done it. Relax and state your case to the court. At the end.
But why are you cursing?
Why are you cursing? He said, no, my lord. No, he's speaking tree. And that tree is being translated. I said, hey, hold on there. You can't come to the court and using foul language here. Yeah, the court will not entertain that. And even when the court tried to put his mind back, he wouldn't allow. But of course, the long and short of what he has said so far is
he should just allow the law take its course and prove whether he's innocent or
that
guilty.
Is where when you are in court and sometimes you are not careful, the emotions get a better part of you, and you ended up not telling your story
Exactly.
And the court doesn't deal with emotions.
And you remember, that's a jury trial, right?
And then the jurors are listening to all that is happening. And at the end, they will determine your fate. So the court said, relax, tell your story. Prosecution has said you killed the man. They brought A, B, C, D, that you killed the man. Respond to all those things. Don't be carrying emotions. Those things are an aside issues.
Yeah.
It doesn't feature when it comes to the law. Say when an accused person shows emotion, you should do A, B, C, D. Those things do not feature. So tell your story, neutralize whatever they have said, and then come out good. Fortunately, prosecution is saying prosecution led by Mrs. Sefa Kobache, a principal state attorney. The indication is that today, the trial of Sexy Dondo, I have mentioned the name Sexy Dondo, Gucci Youngster, aka Daniel Siedu, will come to a close. And when I say the trial will come to a close, final cross-examination by the prosecution will be done today. Daniel Esiedu says that he will not call any witness. So trial by way of evidence will end today. And once it ends today, Justice Lydia Osema, who is presiding or supervising this whole trial, will give further direction. And what I do know is that the parties will be asked to procure copies of the proceedings from day one to the final day. They will be given time to file their final written submissions or the final addresses. Then the court will fix a date for them to come, orally submit to and summarize whatever they want to tell the jury, to the jurors. Then the court will sum up the whole trial. Then the day that the summing up will happen, that same day, the jury will return their verdict. So we are much, much, much more closer, or we are closer. Now, first half is done, second half, it's just about concluding today. Then we'll do additional time. And the additional time is the summing up and then the addresses, then everything is done. So Daniel said, JB Dan question by that case. 8 years, right? It was 2016, February 2016. 8 years down the line, it is now getting to the point that we can see that the case is about to end. So that's what we do expect today. So further cross-examination and the concluding part, I must say, will happen today.
Your friend is also back in court.
Pius Ayoma. Yes, Pius has always been, apart from this very case, there's another case at the circuit court that he's facing. And this case actually gave birth to the one at the circuit court. He appeared at the high court. He was then in police custody. The court said, transfer him. The remand has been changed from police custody to prison's custody. The night before he was taken to the prison's custody, then he escaped from police custody. And then they rearrested him. So that rearrest is at the circuit court. And then he has actually fingered some police officers who were there of having aided him to do that. So that one is another matter. The trial was supposed to start at the last week, but we're told that in that case, he was involved one other, and we're told that he was not well, so he wasn't present in court, which the other accused person denied anyway. But what is happening at the High Court now regarding the attempted murder, where his former boss, he went to his former boss' home, tried to kill him, robbed him and the family, the wife, and then ran away. He was arrested. Now prosecution is calling witness, and today we expect the next prosecution witness to be in the box for further evidence and for subsequent cross-examination. So that case is also coming up before Justice Lydia Osema. So these are some of the cases that we should expect coming out today.
Thank you very much, Captain.
Thank you,
Captain.
Limo.
See you on the flip side.
Wonderful day with your guests.
I will. You too. Have a wonderful day in court. All right. You're still listening to Simply the Best Station, Star 103.5 FM. It's the morning, Star. Let me go make some good bucks. When I return, the show continues.